Okay, what are we saying? Hi, hello. Yes, so it is June, and that means it is Pride Month, which is a thing apparently. So, well, as people may have noticed, I'm not the very masculine of male people. Um, so yes, today's video is about, I don't actually know what it's about really, but anyway, I tend to be quite a gentle and delicate and sensitive, caring person. And because of that, I'm basically attracted to men that are the opposite of that, which is to say that they're strong and protective and maybe a bit reckless as well. So, yes, today's video is, I don't know, Ghosty is gay video or something, but probably everybody already figured that out anyway. So yeah. So I guess I want to make this video to say that everybody is welcome here. When I make my videos, I want everybody to feel welcomed, and as long as you act and be yourself with the element of compassion and honesty to yourself and kindness and love and that sort of thing, as long as you have those things and that's how you are and that's how you access the world, then I say that I support you, and yes, everybody's welcome to whatever. So I know that everybody's gonna say, oh my gosh, you're so bad at these videos. I'm so bad at these videos. But yes, so I get a lot of comments, well not a lot of comments, but I get comments about like my voice or my hands or something like that. So maybe people know that I'm not very I don't know, manly or something. So yeah, this is Ghosty is gay video, and it's turned out to be, as usual, so awful and rubbishly structured. I'm so bad at these things. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah, I want everybody to feel welcomed, and don't let anybody restrict you from being you. That is the most important thing. And if you find yourself in a situation where you are not able to be yourself, then the best thing to do is to try and alter that situation, because it is very I know that it's possible, that I know that there's situations where you can be compressed out of what you really are, and that can be that is unfair to a human life, I suppose. So hey ho, here we are, everyone. Now see, look, the problem with wearing these cuff things, right, is that I always like to pull my jumper up over my hands like that because I'm still an introvert. So you can't see it anyway. Anywho, so yeah, when I was at school, I would get a lot of people laughing at my, well, not a lot of people, but people would laugh at my voice when I was at school, and it didn't really bother me or anything. But my friends never laughed at me, and I feel like when you've got a large group of people saying one thing about you, and then a small group of people who are your friends who aren't saying that thing about you, the truth of the matter is probably in the small group of people who are your friends than the random people who you don't really know and they don't really know you, and so they're just saying random things. So yeah, do people like my voice or something? I don't know. I'm quite happy with me and how I turned out. I think I'm a nice person. Anyway, this is such a stupid video. So what happens now? Just got to make up. Okay. Well, so I thought that what I would do is I'd tell a story about a time. I'd tell a story about a time, okay. And then, yes. So basically, I remember, okay, so I was about 14 or 15 or something like that. And my parents had took us to this town. So basically, there's this town that's really in England. There's this town that's really famous for like tea shops. Like it's got loads and loads and loads of tea shops, basically. And it's famous for being really busy. And there's loads of tea, and it's all booked up and everything. So we went to this town to go to the tea shops because we thought, oh, we'll be able to find a tea shop. We can do a bit of shopping and find a tea shop to go in, basically. So we finally found this place, and it was like a pizza place or something. And we went in, and they were like, "Oh, it's all really booked up." So it was so busy in this place, and I know we were tired from shopping or something. Yes, so they were like, we got this one place that's round the like down. So they led us down these like corridors and down this like through this basically this shop basically this restaurant, and it just seemed like gone forever. It's like really labyrinthine or something like that. And they said this is the only room, this is the only table we've got free, and it was like in their function room. So it was like a really long, oblong, like a long rectangular room, right? And it had a big window at one end, and at one end was a small table, which is where they were saying we were going to have. And I think they were tentative about giving it to us because it was like a function room, like the room had been booked out, I guess. And then the other table was a really big, like 10-seater or something like that. So we sat down at this table, and basically it was so there was a group of like people at the other table, and they were saying, "Oh, I can't believe it's been 3 years already," and stuff like that. So basically, what it was, like I figured out, they were university students. They had basically finished their course, and they were having a little celebratory pizza thing. So they were obviously friends. They'd made friends on their course, and that was nice, right? And they were all just chatting and laughing and that sort of thing, and they didn't really take any notice of us, right? But oh my goodness, it's so embarrassing. so basically, right, there was this one boy, and I mean, they were obviously in their 20s, weren't they? Because they're finishing university. There was this one boy, and I don't know who voted. This is so embarrassing. But basically, right, he was just I don't know. I as soon as I saw him, it was just the strangest thing. So they were all chatting and laughing, and they weren't taking any notice of us. But he was a bit more shy, maybe, or quiet, and not saying as much. And so he occasionally would just glance at our table. Occasionally, just glanced at us because, of course, we were something else in the room. So it was just a thing. It was completely thing. But every time it was like he was glancing at us, and it felt like he was looking at me, and I felt like I don't know. I was so embarrassed. I felt like I was looking at him. I was only like 14 or so, so I didn't know what I was feeling. I thought at the time that I was embarrassed that there were these group of essentially older kids who were sensible and smart, and they were in the room, and I was just a kid, and I was just having a little pizza, basically. I guess that's how I interpreted it at the time, but oh wow. We know what it is now. Uh, I kept glancing over at him like what I thought was like out of embarrassment, and occasionally they look at us, and the time it took for the pizza to arrive was like infinity or something because they were all chatting and having a fun time, but occasionally like he would look over, and it was like the longest time you waiting for a pizza ever. And it did take a long time anyway because they were so busy. And so then I had my food. I don't remember what I had. I don't remember what we did that day. I don't remember where we went shopping. I don't remember anything at all, basically. And all I remember that. And then I remember uh, I was like halfway through my pizza, basically. And I looked up again because I keep looking back and forth, and they'd gone. They just disappeared. Like, how had that happened? I was so like out of time, you know what I mean? That I didn't even notice, and just they were just gone. And then we walked around the rest of the shops, and I don't know if anyone's had this feeling before, but when that happens to you, It feels like you just turn into like a hollow paper person or something like that. So we walked around the shop. It was so weird. I couldn't interpret why I felt so strange that he had gone. Yeah, it was really weird. Like he was there, and then he wasn't there, and it was strange. So I hope that was a good story. Oh dear, I'm so bad at stories and things. So yeah, obviously, I mean, we all know what it is now. Obviously, he was extremely handsome, and he just. I don't know if anyone's had this feeling before, where you just see someone, and then you just basically flat on your face. That's the end of you for that day. So yeah, that was a very interesting thing to have happened to me. But I wanted to share that story because I don't actually know why I wanted to share that story, because I wanted to embarrass myself on the internet. Probably why I wanted to share that story. Anyway, now I'm grown up, I understand what it was that I was feeling, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm pleased with who I am, and I'm happy that I've had experiences like that. Anyway, so I got some things to show off as well, because why not? So I got some books I can show off as well for this video. So this is the first manga. I don't know if it's actually in focus. This is the first manga I ever read, Tokyo Babylon, and it's done by the team who made this is called Clamp, and they're an all-female manga artists. And basically, I'd never read anything like this before, and the main character in this is 16, and I read this when I was 16, so I really identified with him, and he's a really nice person, and he always tries to be so gentle and kind and lovely, and he is basically a kind of a form of Japanese exorcist. He goes around and helps quiet down sad spirits and stuff like that, and people who can't pass on. So his job is really important to him because he's a really kind person, and so I really enjoyed reading it, and I really enjoyed identifying with him as the character. I really like the 1990s, early 90s Japanese fashion in this. I've actually got all the books here, right? Yeah, so look, they're even in a rainbow, basically. So yeah, I got all the books, and I really like the fashion style of how they dress and stuff, and they like his sister also, she keeps changing their clothes and stuff like that. It's just really cool how they look and things like that. But basically, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a relationship type thing in here that I'd never read anything with that in it before, and I really identified with him being gentle and sweet. So I'd never read anything like that, and I think that I was just 16, and I think that really helped me to. I started to discover, basically. I started to discover the ways of the rainbow, or something, or whatever it is. So yeah, I do recommend this, and it is only I just showed all the volumes, didn't I? It is only 7 volumes, so it's not a lot to read either. So yeah, oh, they're heavy, get them out of the way. Oh no, it's stuck on a pen. So yeah, I really like them, and I really identified with them, and I think that's a special thing for me. I mean, probably 9 out of 10 people that read that aren't going to identify with it and aren't going to be bothered, but for me, it was just came at the right time, I guess. So yeah, I really do like that. The other book I just like books, by the way. That's why there's books on this. The other book I have is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which I read this only a couple years ago. And yeah, this is now one of my favorite books ever. It's like in my top 10 books. And I honestly chose it for the cover. I saw that cover and I was like, well, we better read that, hadn't we? There's a handsome man on the front of that cover, so that's the only reason I chose to read this. I'm so stupid. Well, they did right, didn't they, by putting him on the cover? So, and I actually did a review of this in my top books of 2019. This was in my top books of 2019, so everybody go and watch that and listen to my top books as well. But yes, it has a gay relationship in it, and also it's told from the reckless character's perspective, which I like to hear about. I like to hear about the reckless boys. And the other character is, again, a gentle and sensitive person, and they have something, I don't want to spoil, but they have something wrong with them, which, I mean, I have a sickness myself, so I can relate to them, and they're more of a gentle and caring person, so I really I identified with that character. It was really fun to read this. I really enjoyed this, and there was so much in this than just what you might think from what it's being marketed as. There was so much more in this, some really, really great things and stuff. So I highly recommend that book as well. Now we got to put my little unicorn back on the thing there. Okay, so there we go. I need a drink now. Is this video going how I expected it to go? I don't really know. I just sort of waffled on. I thought I'd have things to say. And then I start saying things that I think I'm going to say, and then I feel like I'm saying something different. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Yeah, so I have people who know me will know that I have a sickness, and that I am Hikikomori from that, which means I can't go outside. So I don't have anyone. I don't have a boyfriend or anything at the moment, because no one's going to know who you are if you don't go out of your door, which I can't do. So I need to think of a clever plan, because I don't know how to find someone. I need someone to come and protect me, basically. But this isn't embarrassing. Oh yeah, oh no. Okay, I completely forgot to be sat with my plush toy. I always have a plush toy on my videos. I completely forgot to be sat with my Ambipom. I'm sorry, Ambipom, I left him on my bed. He's only coming for the end of the video. Oh dear. We've got to do the whole video again now. We're just green screening him in. Anyway, look how cute he is. He's so cute. He's got his little tails. He's so cute. He's such a nice colour as well. He's like this light purple colour. He's so cute. I really like my Ambipom. So yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I think it's the end of the video now, isn't it? So, thanks for watching, and yeah, I just wanted to say that everybody's welcome on my channel and on the videos that I make, and that, I mean, when I was younger and I felt these feelings, I didn't know what they were, and modern society is very, I don't want to say good, but modern society is very likely to present you with labels and put things upon you when you're growing up, when you're feeling something, and those feelings that I felt, I half didn't interpret them at all, and half sort of forcibly interpreted them as feeling maybe depressed. I mean, I don't want to say that that's how I felt, but that story that I told about that person leaving, I felt from the restaurant, I felt so weird when they'd gone. I could only think that I was sad and having a non-enjoyable day going out shopping. That's what I felt like it was. But of course it wasn't, and it's actually the opposite of that. It's actually a very good thing to feel, even if you're never going to see that person ever again. It's a good thing to have that in you, isn't it? So it's important to know that when you're moving through, I don't know, life or whatever we want to call it, that making heavy judgments of these things is going to slow us down and going to spin us off in the wrong direction. And having the feeling and the reaction and nothing more is the optimal level of it, I think. Even the label of the word gay, which is kind of the point of this whole Pride Month thing, even that label isn't necessary. You know, hopefully in the future we don't need those things and we just are the humans on the planet or something, you know. I think we've entered into a good stage now where society is able to explore these parts of our human life, and it's good in a way to create a framework for that. But ultimately, making a label about one thing or another, even if you just feel a bit sad about seeing someone who is actually really, really handsome, right? So anyway, I hope whatever, I've rambled on enough, haven't I? So okay, we're gonna say bye-bye now. Bye-bye, Ambipom. Bye-bye with his tails, because they're so cute. And thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting me and my channel. And do I have anything else to say before we go? Oh my goodness, do we have anything else to say? Because yeah, alright, well, happy Pride Month. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm gay, by the way. You got to the end of the video and it's like, what? Didn't see that one coming. Plot twist at the end. Alright then, bye bye. Okay, is that it? Let's do a little pose. Yay!